tragic death of NASCAR driver Kyle Busch, with the latest reporting finding he suffered a series of health complications that led to his death at age 41. The sudden death of Kyle Busch shocked everyone in the NASCAR world. Many people still want to know what really happened in his last moments. Kyle Busch's death certificate reveals new details about his cause of death. The document says the NASCAR champion was cremated in Mooresville, North Carolina, that lists bacterial pneumonia, sepsis, hemorrhagic shock, and severe bleeding as the chain of events.
That is why attention has now turned to the official autopsy report. Fresh information from the report is starting to show a clearer but sad picture of his final hours. What once looked like a sudden loss now has deeper medical details behind it. How did things become so serious so quickly, and what exactly did the report find about his death? Join us in this video as we reveal the details. Kyle Busch autopsy report revealed some sad details. Kyle Busch was born on May 2nd, 1985 in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Las Vegas is a loud city, filled with lights, casinos, and people chasing dreams. It is a city where people take risks every single day. In many ways, that city matched Kyle perfectly, because from a very young age, he was never afraid to take chances. He wanted to race. He wanted to win. And once he started, he never slowed down.
Kyle grew up in a simple working family. His father, Tom Busch, worked as a mechanic. He loved cars and racing. Kyle's older brother, Kurt Busch, was already racing before Kyle became serious about it. Kyle would watch his father and brother closely. He paid attention to every little thing. He listened to the sounds of engines. He watched how cars were repaired. Even as a young boy, he understood racing was not only about speed, it was also about focus, patience, understanding machines. When Kyle was only 8 years old, he started driving go-karts around parking lots and small neighborhood roads. At first, it looked like a child having fun, but very quickly, people around him noticed something different. Kyle was fearless behind the wheel. He was aggressive. He wanted to pass everybody.
He hated losing. Even as a child, he drove with a level of confidence many adults did not have. His older brother Kurt saw the talent very early. Long before the world knew Kyle Busch, Kurt already believed his younger brother could become even better than him. That was a big statement because Kurt himself was already becoming successful in racing. But he saw something special in Kyle. He saw speed, focus, and a dangerous hunger to win. As Kyle became older, racing stopped being just a hobby. It became his life.
While many teenagers were thinking about school dances, parties, and hanging out with friends, Kyle spent most of his time around racetracks. He entered NASCAR at only 16 years old. That shocked many people because NASCAR was filled with grown men and experienced drivers. But Kyle did not act scared. He drove like he belonged there. Very quickly, fans began talking about him. Some people loved him because he was exciting to watch. Others disliked him because of how aggressive he was.
Kyle did not care much about opinions. He only cared about winning races. Every time he got behind the wheel, he drove like he had something to prove. In 2005, Kyle joined Joe Gibbs Racing. That moment changed everything for him. He was only 20 years old, but he was already racing at the highest level. He won Rookie of the Year and started building a name that would become impossible to ignore. Kyle raced differently from many other drivers. He was emotional. He was intense. He did not hide his feelings.
When he was angry, people saw it. When he was frustrated, everybody knew. But that same fire made him dangerous on the track. Other drivers knew Kyle Busch was never going to back down easily. Over time, he became one of the biggest stars in NASCAR. Fans started calling him Rowdy. His supporters became known as Rowdy Nation. They loved his confidence and bold personality. They believed Kyle said and did things other drivers were too afraid to do. But behind the fame and victories, Kyle was paying a price.
Racing at that level was exhausting. NASCAR drivers travel constantly. They spend long hours practicing, training, and preparing for races. Kyle pushed himself harder than most people understood. Winning became part of his identity. He wanted to win every race in every series against every driver. And he did win again and again. Kyle Busch became the winningest driver in NASCAR National Series history. He collected 234 victories across the Cup Series, Truck Series, and Xfinity Series.
That number is hard for many people to understand because most drivers never come close to that level of success. He also won 2 NASCAR Cup Series championships. The first came in 2015. The second came in 2019.
Those championships proved that Kyle was not just talented, he was one of the greatest drivers the sport had ever seen. Still, success did not make life easier. The more he won, the more pressure followed him. Fans expected greatness every week. If he finished second, people questioned him. If he had a bad race, critics attacked him. Living under that pressure for years can break many people. But Kyle kept going. Even in his 40s, he was still racing hard against younger drivers. He still believed he could win every time he stepped into a car. That confidence never left him. And that is what made his final days so shocking. Nobody thought the story would end so suddenly. The autopsy report of Kyle Busch has been revealed, and the details are very sad. After a lifetime of breaking records, winning races, and pushing himself beyond limits, what could possibly happen in the final days that would bring such a legendary career to an unexpected and sudden end? Let's find out. The final days of a racing legend. In May 2026, Kyle Busch was still fully active in NASCAR. Even after more than 20 years of racing, he was still competing at a very high level. Many drivers slow down with age, but Kyle still carried the same fire he had as a teenager. He still believed he could beat anyone on the track. Only days before his death, Kyle celebrated another victory. He won the EcoBoost 200 Truck Series race for Spire Motorsports. To many fans, it looked like another normal moment in the career of a driver who had spent his whole life winning races. He climbed out of the truck smiling. He celebrated with his team. Nobody knew that victory would become the final win of his life. Around that same time, Kyle also shared a loving message for his son Brexton's birthday. He wrote about how proud he was as a father. He spoke about the future and how much he believed in his son. It was a warm family message filled with love and hope. Nobody imagined those words would become his final public post. A few days later, Kyle went to a Chevrolet simulator facility in Concord, North Carolina. NASCAR drivers often use simulators to prepare for races. These machines help drivers practice safely before race day. It was supposed to be a normal workday for Kyle. He was preparing for the upcoming Coca-Cola 600 race, but something went terribly wrong. Kyle suffered a serious medical emergency while at the facility. Emergency workers rushed him to a hospital in Charlotte. News spread quickly across the racing world. Fans became worried immediately because very little information was released at first. People only heard that he was seriously ill. Then the heartbreaking news arrived. Kyle Busch died on May 21, 2026, at only 41 years old. The news shocked NASCAR fans everywhere. Many people could not believe it. Just days earlier, Kyle was celebrating in Victory Lane. Just days earlier, he was training for another race. He was still competing, still fighting, still chasing victories. The Coca-Cola 600 race was only days away. His name was still on the race entry list. Everything happened so fast that it felt unreal for many people. Drivers, teams, and fans all reacted with sadness. Some of Kyle's biggest rivals spoke about him with deep respect. Drivers who had battled him for years understood how special he truly was. Even people who once disliked his aggressive style admitted NASCAR had lost one of its greatest competitors. Kyle's impact on the sport went beyond his own victories. Through Kyle Busch Motorsports, he helped many young drivers build successful careers. Drivers like William Byron and Christopher Bell were among the talents connected to his program. Kyle demanded excellence from young racers because he believed hard work mattered more than excuses. Away from the track, there was another side of Kyle many people did not fully see. He was a husband and father who deeply loved his family. His wife Samantha stood beside him through the pressure, criticism, and stress that came with racing fame. Together, they built a family while living inside one of the most demanding sports in America. For years, fans mostly focused on Kyle's anger, confidence, and fierce racing style. But after his death, many people started speaking more about his loyalty, his work ethic, and his love for his children. His son Brexton had already started racing, following the same path his father once followed as a child in Las Vegas. That made Kyle's death even more emotional for fans, because many people saw the strong bond between father and son. Kyle Busch leaves behind more than trophies and records. He leaves behind memories that NASCAR fans will talk about for generations. He leaves behind moments of victory, controversy, excitement, and passion. He leaves behind a career that changed the sport forever. Most importantly, he leaves behind a story about determination. A story about a young boy who started racing in parking lots and became one of the greatest drivers NASCAR had ever seen. And in the end, his final race victory now feels like the perfect closing chapter. Kyle Busch spent his whole life doing one thing better than almost anyone else: winning. What really began happening to Kyle Busch in those early days, when a sickness that looked simple may have been hiding something far more serious than anyone first believed. Let's delve deeper. A silent illness that slowly turned into a life-threatening emergency. The sickness and body problems affecting NASCAR driver Kyle Busch started in a way that looked very small and harmless at first. He was still living his normal life as a racing driver. He continued training, traveling, and preparing for races like usual. At the beginning, the signs were easy to miss because they looked like a normal cold or sinus problem. He had a light cough that did not go away. He also felt weak in his body at different times. He said he was not feeling fully healthy. He also had pressure in his head and nose area, which felt like sinus pain. In many racing environments, this kind of small sickness is common because drivers move from place to place, face changing weather, and deal with strong physical stress. So at first, nothing looked serious. He was still able to race and complete his normal duties. He did not stop his activities because the symptoms were still mild and did not stop him from working. As time passed, the sickness slowly began to grow stronger. The body signs became more obvious, especially during race weekends when the body is under heavy pressure. While racing, he started to feel more discomfort. He felt strong pressure in his head while driving at high speed. The sinus pain became worse when he was inside the race car. He also felt heaviness in his chest and body. He became tired more easily, even after finishing races. The coughing also became more frequent and more intense. Even with these problems, he still managed to complete races. This shows he was pushing his body very hard and refusing to stop. At one race weekend, he asked for medical help after finishing. He even asked for a specific, well-known racing doctor by name, which shows he already knew something was not right in his body. Even so, people around him still believed it was only a sinus infection or a common cold. Nobody believed it could become life-threatening at that time. After that, the sickness did not improve. Instead, it became worse and started affecting the whole body. He began to feel shortness of breath even during simple movements. He became out of breath more easily than before. He also had strong coughing spells that lasted longer and felt more painful. His body felt weak even while resting. He had changes in body temperature, sometimes feeling very hot and sometimes very cold. His energy level dropped more and more each day. At this stage, the sickness was no longer just a small cold or sinus problem. It was now affecting the entire body system, especially the lungs and breathing system. Even with these warning signs, he still tried to continue his normal racing life and did not fully stop working. Later, the sickness reached a very dangerous level and turned into a medical emergency. The symptoms became more serious and harder to ignore. He began to struggle with very hard breathing. His body became extremely weak, and he often felt like he might collapse. His body temperature became very high, which is often a sign of serious infection. He also developed continuous coughing that would not stop. The most serious sign was coughing up blood, which shows that something inside the body is badly damaged. At this stage, his body could no longer manage the illness properly. He collapsed and could not stand on his own. He was found in a bathroom area, weak and struggling to breathe. Even though he was still awake, his condition was very serious. Emergency help was called immediately because his life was in danger. Medical workers arrived and rushed him for urgent care. When help arrived, he was still conscious but very weak. He was struggling to breathe normally and coughing heavily. He showed clear signs that his body was failing. He could not stand or walk safely anymore and needed immediate hospital treatment. Doctors had to act fast because his breathing and body functions were not stable. Looking at the full pattern, the sickness moved in steps. It started with a light cough, sinus pressure, and mild tiredness. Then it became stronger with more coughing, breathing problems, and body weakness. After that, it became dangerous with serious breathing trouble, fever-like symptoms, and loss of strength. Finally, it became critical with coughing blood, severe weakness, and emergency medical response. This shows a clear and dangerous progression from a simple sickness to a life-threatening condition. The body slowly stopped working properly. The breathing system was badly affected, and the illness spread through the body in a way that caused serious damage. After his collapse, what happened next in his final days, and how did his family and NASCAR react? Keep watching for more. The final days, family silence, and the legacy left behind. After the reported death of Kyle Busch on May 21, 2026, attention quickly shifted to his family. His wife, Samantha Busch, did not speak to the public right away. She did not give any interview or statement in the first days after the news. This silence made many fans worried and confused. Some people thought she was too sad to talk. Others thought there might be more to the story that was not yet known. Because of this, people on social media started asking many questions. They wanted to know what really happened, but no clear answers were given at that time. The silence made the situation feel even more heavy for many fans. After some time, a short family message was shared. It said that Kyle had a very serious illness. It also said the illness became worse very fast and led to him going to the hospital. The message did not give full medical details. It did not explain the exact illness or all the steps that led to his death. The family also asked for privacy. They wanted time to mourn in peace. Because of this, many things were still not clear to the public. People still did not fully understand how the illness started or how it became so serious in such a short time. In the days before the emergency, reports said Kyle was still active. He was still doing his normal racing duties. He was still working with his team and using simulator systems. Some people who saw him said he looked tired at times. He was still working, still training, and still preparing for racing events. After his death was confirmed, the whole NASCAR world became very sad. Drivers, teams, and fans all shared messages of sorrow. Many people posted memories of Kyle. They talked about his long racing career and how strong and skilled he was on the track. Some fans gathered at racing places to honor him. They left flowers, caps, toy cars, and written notes. Many people said they could not believe he was gone. To them, he was still a strong racer who should have been on the track. Other drivers who once raced against him also spoke about him. They said he was very competitive and always pushed others to do better. Some said racing would not feel the same without him. Even people who did not always agree with him said he had a big impact on the sport. His name was known for many years, and his presence was always felt in every race he joined. After some time, people began to think more deeply about his life and legacy. He was not only seen as a racer, he was also seen as a husband and a father. Many people remembered him with his family and children. They said he worked hard both in his career and at home. His life showed both success and struggle. Fans looked back at his races, interviews, and family moments online. They tried to remember the good times and the strong moments in his career. In the end, his story became more than just racing. It became a story about a strong man, a family, and a sudden loss that shocked many people. His name stayed in the hearts of fans. Even after his passing, people continued to talk about him, remember him, and honor the mark he left in NASCAR history. So, what really happened to Kyle Busch's family, and how did they cope with life after his sudden passing? Let's learn more. The shock of loss and the first days after the news. Kyle Busch was one of the most well-known names in NASCAR. Many fans called him Rowdy. He was known for being very bold on the track. He raced with strong energy. He did not back down from other drivers. He was competitive, direct, and often involved in rivalries. Because of this, people always paid attention to him. Some fans loved him, Some did not, but almost everyone knew him. Behind that strong racing image, he was also a family man. He was a husband to Samantha Busch and a father to two children, Brexton and Lennox. Reports and public comments often showed that his family life was very important to him. Outside the racetrack, he was seen spending time with his children and supporting his son's interest in racing. According to reports shared after the incident, everything changed very quickly. At first, news came out that Kyle Busch became seriously ill while using a racing simulator during training activities in North Carolina. It was said that he became unresponsive and needed urgent medical attention. He was taken to a hospital soon after. The first statement from his family said he was suffering from a severe illness and would not take part in upcoming races. At that moment, many fans were still hopeful. People believed it was something he could recover from. There was confusion, but not full acceptance of danger yet. Many fans thought he might return to racing after treatment. However, only a short time later, another official announcement came from NASCAR, his racing team, and his family together. This statement confirmed his death. The message said the racing community was devastated. It described him as a rare talent and a future Hall of Famer. The sudden change from illness to death shocked everyone. Fans across the world reacted immediately. Social media platforms were filled with messages of disbelief. Many people asked how this could happen so fast. Some struggled to understand how a healthy and active racing driver could suddenly pass away. Others shared memories, old videos, and race highlights. The NASCAR community also responded in a very emotional way. Drivers, teams, and staff members shared tributes. Many described him as one of the greatest drivers in modern racing. Moments of silence were held at racing venues. The atmosphere at tracks changed completely. Places that are normally loud and energetic become quiet and respectful. The garage area, where teams usually prepare for races, was described as very emotional. People stood together in silence. Some were in tears. Others spoke softly about their memories of Kyle Busch. It was clear that the loss affected the entire sport deeply. Attention quickly turned to his family. His wife, Samantha Busch, became a central focus of public sympathy. Many people expressed concern for her and the children. Fans spoke about how difficult it must be for a wife and children to lose a husband and father so suddenly and unexpectedly. His son, Brexton Busch, received special attention from fans and media. Reports often describe a very close bond between Kyle and his son. They spent a lot of time together. Kyle helped him with racing practice and supported his early development in youth motorsport. Many fans saw them as a strong father-son team. After the news broke, reports and online reactions said that Brexton changed his social media profile picture to a photo of him with his father. This small action became very emotional for fans. Many people saw it as a painful but simple sign of grief from a young child who had just lost his father. During tribute events, fans described the atmosphere as very heavy. The drivers were quiet. Team members showed emotion. People stood still during moments of silence. Many said it did not feel like a normal race weekend at all. There was also growing discussion about Kyle Busch's legacy. Some fans began talking about his racing achievements. Others focused more on his role as a father. Some people even began to wonder if his son might continue his path in racing in the future. At this stage, the focus of the entire NASCAR world was not on competition or results. It was on grief, shock, and family. The sport had lost one of its most recognizable figures, and people were trying to understand how to move forward. This period marked the beginning of a very emotional time in NASCAR history, where racing stopped being the main focus and human loss became the center of attention. After the initial shock of Kyle Busch's sudden passing and the emotional reaction across NASCAR, what happens next as attention shifts from the tragedy itself to his family, his legacy, and the future of the Busch name? Stay tuned for more. Family, legacy, and the future of the Busch name. After the first wave of shock passed, attention slowly shifted to Kyle Busch's family, his legacy, and how he may be remembered in the future. This report focuses on how his personal life, relationships, and racing history became part of a larger emotional discussion across the NASCAR world. Kyle Busch was not only a racing driver, he was also a husband and father. His wife, Samantha Busch, played a major role in his life. Reports in public discussions often show that she stood by him during both good and difficult times. She was with him through championship wins, injuries, and career pressure. One important part of their story was their openness about infertility struggles. The couple publicly shared their experiences with IVF treatments and difficulties in starting a family. Many people found this very emotional and relatable. Instead of hiding their struggles, they spoke openly about them. This helped many fans feel closer to them as a real family, not just public figures. After Kyle's passing, Samantha became the center of public sympathy. Fans expressed deep concern for her emotional state and for how she would raise their children alone. Many people recognized that she had supported Kyle throughout his entire career journey, and now she was facing life without him. Kyle's brother, Kurt Busch, was also an important part of his story. The two brothers had a long history in racing. They competed against each other many times. Sometimes they had disagreements. Sometimes they had rivalry on the track. But despite this, many reports describe a strong brotherly bond underneath it all. After Kyle's death, Kurt Busch was said to be deeply affected. He had lost not only a brother, but also someone he had shared his entire racing journey with. Their relationship became one of both competition and family support over many years. Another major topic that fans and media discussed was Kyle Busch's legacy in NASCAR. He was one of the most successful drivers in the sport's history. With many race wins and championships, he is often described as one of the greatest drivers of his generation. Because of this, people began discussing how he would be remembered long-term. One major topic was his iconic number 8 car. Reports suggested that the number might be preserved as a sign of respect for his legacy. Fans also discussed the possibility that his son Brexton might one day race using that number if he enters professional NASCAR. This idea created strong emotional reactions among fans. Many people saw it as a way for Kyle Busch's story to continue into the future. It gave hope that his legacy would not end, but instead continue through his family. Attention also remained on Brexton Busch's racing journey. Reports say he already has many wins in youth racing competitions. Fans often describe him as talented, confident, and similar in style to his father. Because of this, many believe he may have a future in professional racing if he continues developing. The wider NASCAR community also paid tribute. Drivers, teams, and fans shared emotional messages about Kyle Busch's influence on the sport. Some described him as one of the most talented drivers ever. Others focused on how exciting and unpredictable he made racing. Outside of NASCAR, tributes also came from other sports and public figures. This showed how widely respected he was beyond racing. His influence reached many people in different areas. In the end, this report shows that Kyle Busch's impact continues even after his death. His story is now carried by his family, remembered by fans, and preserved in the history of NASCAR. He is not only remembered for racing success, but also for his role as a father, husband, and major figure in modern motorsport history. What do you think about the death of Kyle Busch? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for staying with us as we followed the emotional story of Kyle Busch and the impact his passing has had on NASCAR and his family. If this journey through his life, legacy, and the future of the Busch name kept you engaged, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the next video on your screen for more powerful stories. See you there!